Hi, my name is Amber Victory, and I will be presenting Chapter 12 in Sideman. The title of this chapter is Coercion and the Conscience. So first I'll start with asking the question, have you ever felt the pull of your conscience? If so, when? Most of the time, we move from one action to another without noticing. It's a very smooth process, so much so that we are not sure what we should be doing. Sideman talks about the conflict between right and wrong and how it strikes so tangibly that we seem to have an inner pull. When we have a conscience, we may not have those temptations anymore. It takes time to have our conscience, to have the ability to automatically reject temptation. We do not feel our conscience, but we sense inner forces. Conscience does not direct our activity. Conscience is a way of referring to us making the right choice when conflicting contingencies pull us in the other direction. Many say that it is the ability to tell right from wrong. Origins of the conscience. Its roots lie in the coercive control. Punishment teaches us the meaning of the word bad. The acts of avoidance that punishment has generated is considered to be the conscience. The conscience is another name for Freudian's superego. The concept of the superego is valuable because it is the social origins of our definitions of right and wrong. Listening to the small voice, also known as the conscience, within keeps people on the path of the righteous. We give the voice credit for our ethical and moral conduct. It is a social phenomenon. So he also talks about a laboratory rat that has learned to press a lever to get food. You can actually see the forming of the conscience. The animal spends time working and earning a respectable living. If it could speak, there is no certainty it would claim to be happy, but it would say that it would be doing the right thing. So the contingency changes. For some reason, pressing the lever becomes bad. So in this study, they use a shock. So they would have a warning sound, and then when he pressed the lever, it was bad, even criminal. Instead of getting food, the next time he presses the lever, he would get a shock in its paw. So the act of pressing the lever has a long history of reinforcement. Society had always encouraged it as a respectful way to earn a living, even though now forbidden, the lever continues to tempt the animal. It approaches, although warily, reaches out but does not touch, but leaps back as if it's been shocked. The animal continues to do this until the lever is not tempting him anymore. And then he acts like it no longer exists. The same can be said about a child reaching for a vase. Instead of the shock, the mother would use the words, "No, don't touch, bad," in a sharp voice. The baby will produce her own warning signals and then scoot away. She will do this until the vase is no longer tempting. Conscience and control. It's impossible to monitor everyone's actions. When direct supervision is impossible, we rely on the conscience. If forbidden fruits continue to attract us, people will say we have a weak conscience. Therapists try to make our conscience more effective. Therapy must come to grips with causes, not just the results. Is the conscience to be trusted? Society depends on the individual conscience for survival. Society uses religion to help build and maintain consciences. So, like when you grow up, depending on your religion, I was raised in a Baptist church. So, like premarital sex is considered to be a bad choice in society. You know, growing up, you have those temptations because things are changing. And then the church, reinforces that. They have different things that they do to reinforce that, premarital sex, drugs, anything like that is not what is expected from the community. Psychiatry, psychology, and behavior analysts have never cured actions like murder, theft, fraud, etc. The conscience is supposed to suppress these actions. Strong but illegal positive reinforcers can therefore erode the conscience. So, you hear daily of people making choices to, rob a bank, kill another person. Their conscience has been overpowered by the illegal positive reinforcers that, have led them to make this decision. So, my question for y'all is, have you ever felt the pull of your conscience? If so, when? So, to answer my own question, I would say that I have felt the pull of my conscience, or the inner voice. I would say I almost felt it daily. Like, okay, I had friends that, participated in illegal substances, and they would ask me if I wanted to try. So I would say no, because I knew that's not what was considered right. It was illegal for a reason. I didn't care, the benefits of the illegal positive reinforcers did not outweigh my conscience. I decided to, stick to the grounds of doing what I thought was right and saying no to illegal substances, drinking underage, anything like that. So, how about you?